What is up? So glad you're here. So we're out here at this market today, what they call the market, where the community kind of comes together with Beulah Roasting Company. Daniel and I are going to do a set this evening.
Hey, wait.
Let that boot up. Device, no response. I don't know what device you're talking about, Kojak. Right here in roast temp. For this roast, I'm going to 415. So I changed that to 415. Then I have to press the button to start that manually. So we'll wait and see if that cuts on. This is the de-stoner. Big boy. So this makes sure like it only has enough suction to pull up beans, not rocks. So it helps like make sure that nothing is going on with that. That we don't get any rocks in this coffee, which is important. Nobody likes to drink rocks.
What if you less work and less time for me to just switch these to shelves?
It lit. So we're good. So the next thing I'm going to do is come over here and I'm going to...
Make sure it's exactly what you want. Just if we do it quickly, yeah, but temporarily we probably there.
This is watermelon.
What I'm saying is
I think it's in there.
I feel like it's over everything.
So,
You
know,
just kind of like tie up that like.
on the scale. doing 25 pounds.
Calm down. I just had to draw this out.
I always kind of look at the beans just to see, you know, if there's any defects or anything that I can see. Just make sure any rocks or anything, everything looks good. When you're roasting coffee, it's kind of an interesting thing. There's many things that you can use to affect your roast. One of the things is the temperature in the room. If you don't have the temperature in the room set the same as you usually do, your roast will be off. So if you're looking for consistency, you want all the parameters that you can control to be the same. There are the things we can't control, like atmospheric pressure and things like that, that will affect different things. But we want to make sure that every thing that we can control is set the same. That way we get consistency. And I'm going to slowly start heating this guy up. So I'm going to just lift my gas to 25%. I'm dropping the beans at 415. So at 315, I want to load the green up there. We're just going to slowly start raising up the temperature. You may hear some pops with the metal expanding and things like that. And that's part of the reason why I like to try to slowly do it. I don't want to raise it too quickly. Do that too much. All right, I'm going to raise it to 50. Till we get to maybe about 200, and then I'll put it on 75. My wife tells me that watching me roast coffee is similar to like watching someone try to land an airplane. It's all about trying to get to a certain temperature at a certain time. So, and how you get there in between does matter. The curve that you have between the different nuances will affect the way the coffee tastes. And so you never want to decrease in temperature after you have the turning point. Once you have and I'll show y'all this. Once you have the turning point, you never want to decrease in temperature until the end. That can cause flavors that you don't want in the roasted coffee. So once it starts rising, you want it to continue to rise. But the rate of rise is what really will affect that flavor, and that's what gets you to a certain temperature at a certain time, how quickly the temperature rises. Now I'm waiting, because I've got this at 100%. I start this at 405 because it takes, especially for the first roast, it takes just a minute for this thing to start. So you want to start before you drop, because you also need a minute to reach over and drop right there. So I'll start this at 405. I'll force start it at 410, and then I'll turn around and I'll lift that up at 415 to drop the coffee. And basically what a coffee roaster is, it's just a big like popcorn popper. So there's big panels inside it. There's a barrel on the inside of this that's constantly rotating. And there's little panels in there that keep those coffee beans constantly moving. And you can see right down here the heat. It's gas energy on this one. And you can kind of see the heat down there where it heats it up. And honestly, getting started is one of the quickest parts. I start this and then turn and do that really quick. So 405 I'm gonna start, 410 I'm gonna force start, and 415 I'm gonna drop it. Approaching 405. Made me jump.
What's that?
I don't know what it was.
Because I should too.
Honestly, I think I know what it might have been. 405. Well, it's taking a minute. 410. I'm watching out here for 415. That's 415. Now I lower that. I start the loader to start a spiral to get those few beams. Turn it off, and then I'll lift it up. Get rid of it in there. Now we're off to the races. Let me go. I know exactly what that is. This little panel blower fell over. All right. Now, if you look on here, you can see the temperature is now plummeting. And the reason that is the beams are cold and that drum was hot, so it's causing the temperature to fall. But right down here, you're starting to see where that turning point is going to be. The turning point is the time that it stops going down and then it starts to rise back up. That's called your turning point. So we're going to watch for this. And when it reaches that turning point, I'm going to drop my gas down. First thing we're looking for is the yellow turn. It's where the green coffee beans then turn to yellow. That's the first step we're looking for. Yeah, that's about 300. Check this out. Yellow coffee. You smell it? Don't touch your nose. They had to burn the snakes bitches out of you. So the next thing that we're looking for is the cinnamon. So that's kind of a lightish brown color. It's getting too close. This is our curve right here. It's estimating our first crack is going to be around 9 minutes and 10 seconds. That's pretty close to where I've been wanting it. It's getting pretty close. I need to probably stand over here. When first crack happens, I'm going to give it about 25% air, and that'll be what we'll do. May have heard a premature one a little bit. There it is. You hear it? 25% air. How about that? That's it. 9 minutes. Around 9 minutes. Now we're going to ride this up at 4:15. It'll automatically drop. We're landing right about where I went. Perfect. David, I'm gonna say that's right. Well, there we go.